For today, I'm giving the smoked chicken breast recipe that's been going around the internet a try. It came out pretty good. I must say that it came out really well actually, but there are going to be some adjustments I make the next time I give this a try. I'm actually going to speed up this prep process. There's nothing really to this. Just get the chicken breast out, put some salt and pepper on it. I will say the one wrinkle I added to this was that these chicken breasts came from frozen. They weren't fresh. No real difference, and surprisingly, it didn't really affect the outcome as much, but if it did, then shoot, the end result might be even better. After you just simply put that salt and pepper on there, get the smoker ready. I'm using the mill scale today. Gonna try and set these back a little bit away from the firebox, just so that they get a chance to get some smoke and not get too much of that direct heat that might be coming off. About 20 minutes later, I always like to check in and just see how things are going. Make sure I didn't make any mistakes in placement or, anything like that. About 45 minutes or so into the cook, I like to just take a look and see how things are coming along, how things are progressing, and you know what? 115, that's pretty good. An hour into the cook, sorry. What I didn't show was kind of in that time, I went ahead and got a cook pan and got some butter, probably a couple sticks of butter, and just put it on the smoker too so that butter could start melting and get ready for the chicken. Once it was time, we just went ahead and gave those chicken breasts a bath inside of the cook pan. Once they're all in there, and in this case my cook pan wasn't big enough, so one soldier got left behind. Cover up with aluminum foil. Make sure that it's all nice and tight, and hey, this way we'll at least get to see what the difference is between this butter bath and just straight cooked is. About 20 minutes into the soak time, I just wanted to see where temperatures were coming out at. And we're at about 145 degrees, still about 10 to 15 degrees away from where we'd like for it to be, at least on that one. This one's at 155, so things are progressing pretty well. I just wait another 20 minutes or so just to see how things are going. Stuck the probe in this one, and we went a little bit past. Chicken breast tends not to be very forgiving, and those guys closest to the firebox, they were ready to go, and they were well past what they should have been. The good news is, if it affected the cook at all and affected the end result, I would have had an even better piece of meat at the end of this. But the reality is, it actually turned out pretty good. I'll let you hear from me a little bit later on, but these guys were soaking pretty good and came out well. Simply just time to slice it up and see how things go. I guess this is how the big boys do it, so let's see what's going on.
It's definitely juicy. You can't argue with that. Personally, I like a little bit more than just some salt and pepper on a piece of chicken. I'd like to flavor this up a little bit more, but on the juice factor, it's right there. And for the fact that it's smoked, that makes it even more interesting, right? Because now it's a little smoky plus juicy, and that's a combination we don't normally get when we're cooking chicken outside. So this is actually a W for me. I like this. This is a win.
Well, you made it to the end. You might make it to the end of another one of my videos. Why don't you check one of those out below? Take it easy.